Axel.
Trap House Mob.
This is a mellow beat.
How you doing today, man?
Doing well, man. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. You know, I see the work that you guys are doing in the community. I like it, and I'm just here to help.
Let's do it, man. First of all, congrats on the job. You know, it's big time. It's a major accomplishment for not only the city, but for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Being one of, I think, 3 new black coaches in the area. So, you know what I'm saying? Kudos to you for that.
Thank you.
But I'm gonna take it back a little bit, man. Take it back to the playing days. You know what I'm saying? You went to Allen, obviously. I think was it 2006?
Yes.
2006 graduate. Mm-hmm. You know, you had a pretty good career there, pretty successful. But you played alongside Terrence.
Yes.
You feel like you got overlooked just for the simple fact, like, you know, you had such a player of his caliber, and you know what I'm saying. But you did a lot of damage yourself.
No, I don't think so. You know what I mean? I wasn't as good as I was, you know, in college back in my junior, senior high school, you know. Terrence is unbelievable talent, fortunate enough to play with him. Ace Brown, a lot of people forget about Ace Brown, but Ace Brown was really good and was a glue guy for us, and did a lot for us during our run, you know, back in 2006. But I didn't really get into that. You know, I control what I can, and I was bringing my energy, you know, trying to get these guys, you know, to play together and, you know, compete for a state championship. So I wouldn't say I was overlooked, but, you know, when you play against, you know, not against, but alongside somebody like Terrence caliber, you know, it's tough. It's tough to be compared to that. You know, he's very special, so very special talent. So I didn't look at it that way. I just looked at it as, you know, I had an opportunity to play in front of, you know, large crowds and play with an amazing talent, and, you know, we made the best of it.
So you ever think, like, you know, like, obviously, like Terrence, you know, he went overseas and everything. Like, he has a lot of success for himself. But you ever, like, look at, like, the way, like, his career path, and you just wonder, like, damn, like, could I have taken that route? Could I have went as far as he did?
You know, I'd be lying if I didn't say I didn't think about it. You know, I see these guys who play professionally, you know, whether it's overseas or in the league and different things along those lines. But I live with no regrets. You know, it wasn't in my cards, and, you know, my time is to pay it forward to these kids and coach and give back to my community. So, you know, I find solace in that. But just know when we're playing, you know, I'm going to compete and I'm going to show my talents and, you know, do that. So, you know, I don't look at it that way, but it just wasn't in my cards, and I live with that, and, you know, I move forward in my life and try to find an impact, you know, in another life. So.
You played under the great Coach Snyder. You know what I'm saying? He retired this year after a very long time at Allen. You know, very successful career. You know, everybody has their own, like, experiences with him, and, you know, I have a lot of stories to tell when it comes to him and, you know, their experience playing under him. So can you tell us anything about your experience and, you know, how he molded you as a player and as a man?
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Snyder is going to be a tremendous loss, you know, for the city of Allentown, Allen basketball. He's a guy that a lot of people don't understand what he does behind the scenes for kids, you know. Stories, I can go on for days, but, you know, he drove me, Terrence, Ace, Anthony Hernandez up to the Poconos for camps. You know what I mean? Gave us those opportunities. We'll go to McDonald's, he'll buy us double cheeseburgers, McFlurries, all that other stuff, you know. But a personal story with Coach Snyder is I didn't come into high school with the name that Terrence or some of these other guys in the area have. So to me, I had to show that I belong. And he was a big piece of that because he saw the hard work that I put in behind the scenes. And he just talked to me and said, listen, man, you know, if you come to these workouts and you give it your all, you know, your time will come. And he just put that confidence in me to become the best basketball player I could, and I wound up, getting a jersey sophomore year, starting junior year, starting senior year, being named captain, and that kind of propelled my career, this basketball journey of mine. So I'm forever grateful for that, for him putting a battery in my back, pitting me against Terrence in practices to be the best player I could be. So I'm forever grateful for him for that one.
So he motivated you to, to go up against, to play like, Terrence and all them, and give you the chip on your shoulder.
Absolutely. And he was good at that. He was really good at, getting young kids to buy into that and to believe in, their abilities, whether they were at that point or not in their career or not. He always saw the bigger picture, and I'm forever grateful for him for that. So.
You still have a, consistent relationship with him? Like, you still talk to him every once in a while?
Yeah, we don't, if everybody know Coach Snyder is not really a guy who's on his phone all the time. He doesn't really respond to text messages. He'll call you, but, he kind of does it on his own time. So it's more so when we cross paths, together in person, we talk for a long time and catch up. But, I know I can go to him with anything. He gave me a call, once I was named coach and everything, and, gave me his blessings. So to me, that means a lot.
I feel like it's Black History Month in June, man. Like, with all these new black head coaches being hired, and I think it's an amazing look for Allentown and for the city and just for Lehigh Valley basketball in general. Like for yourself, there's only been, I'd say, 4 head coaches for Allen like the last 100 years or something. Like, and you're one of them, and you're being the first black head coach. Like what do these monumental accomplishments mean to you?
It means a ton. 4 coaches in a century. That's unbelievable. So to be named the first, black coach in Allen history means a lot, just for the simple fact that it gives the youth hope. Everybody can't be a Division I basketball player, NBA player, or things along those lines. So there's other avenues out there for us to be successful in. So to me, I feel like that's going to broaden the youth vision and give them opportunities that they may not have thought was possible. I'm from Allentown. I wasn't born here, but I was raised here. I moved here when I was 9. And I hear stories from older people, who coach youth leagues and all this other stuff, who feel like they weren't given their fair opportunity to be named the head coach of a high school. So to me, to break down that barrier means a lot. And I know it's going to come with a lot of pressure, but I'm looking forward to it. And I'm ready. And, I'm going to put my best foot forward to make the black community proud. So.
Do you see this as a trend moving forward? Like, do you hope to kind of renovate more head black coaching hires?
Absolutely. There's a ton, who's involved in youth and AAU circuits and all this other stuff. So absolutely, I believe, if Nigel, Marlon and myself do, a really good job, I think that will open the doors and give a lot of young black kids, an opportunity to get into the profession. I'm gonna wear that on my sleeves, and I understand that that's, the task at hand. So yeah, definitely.
So actually, one of the people you just mentioned, we interviewed recently, Nigel Long. L&L Rebels kind of counterpart. Guys cross paths a lot. Really good friends, from what I heard.
Yeah.
You're going to be coached against him next year in the ABC. How's that going to feel? Like, you looking forward to that?
I'm looking forward to it. I know he's going to bring it. He's going to be prepared. He's going to be organized, and as am I. So we'll have our kids ready. The city will be excited for that. 2 larger schools in the respective Allentown and Bethlehem communities. So it's going to be fun. And I'm looking forward to it. I believe we play Liberty twice next year. So it's going to be jacked up. I'll be excited, and it's going to be Allen Canaries through and through in those games. So
look out for that. We move past Allen, we get to the sales. You have become a legend right there. You have a great, outstanding career at the sales. You become the school's all-time leading scorer. You can zoom in on this one right here. What I'm saying? Number 1, and all of that. Division III All-American numerous times. We've seen the MVPs out there. You led the team to Elite 8. Just so many accomplishments we could go through, but what kind of gave you the drive and determination to destroy Division III basketball as you did?
It was going back to what you asked me at the beginning of the interview. If I felt I was overshadowed by Terrence. I don't think I was overshadowed because he was a special talent, but I wanted to create my own identity. He was the best player on the best team, so he got a lot of accolades. So I just wanted to come to DeSales. Coach Koval believed in me. He had a vision for me, and he had a blueprint, and we followed it, and I was able to, reach new heights in my basketball career. So it's kudos to him, for believing in me and, putting me in certain situations to be successful. And then I just had a team, full of hungry, committed players. We were together, we were connected, and we were able to make a special run, and I owe a lot to them and the coaching staff, and DeSales really allowed me to flourish and become my own person. So.
Yeah, for me, like, you always want to have a coach that believes in you and puts his full trust in you, and you gotta be grateful that you got that in college. Pretty much one of the highest levels of basketball. Just going back to Coach Koval, man, he was the last state champion here. If I'm not wrong, he won a state championship at Whitehall. I'm not sure what year.
82.
82.
Yeah.
I mean, we came the closest. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were right there. We were up 14-0. But I don't want to get into that. Yeah. But how much credit can you give to Coach Koval, and you know what I'm saying? How's the relationship with him?
That's someone that I consider a father figure. I owe a lot to him. He was on me early in high school. I played football, played basketball. Like I said, I wasn't
football?
Yeah, I did. So, so he supported my whole athletic career journey. And he believed in me, and he told me, this is what I see in your future, and this is what I'm going to do to help you get there. And he worked tremendously hard, and I saw that. All the work that him and his staff put together, I just said I had to go hard. I had to go hard for him, and it all just worked out. I trust him with everything. He trusts me with everything. I got nothing but love and respect for that man, and I'm forever grateful for him. And I was blessed to cross paths with him.
And Coach Cole, we gotta get you on the show too.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll set that up for you.
But, yeah, you graduate from DeSales. Obviously you have an outstanding career. You still connected to Coach Koval for life. That he become an assistant coach here. You know what I'm saying? How sweet was that feeling to come back to your school? Give back to players that you once stepped on these roots.
It means a lot. He gave me an opportunity. Coach Koval and Coach Census over at Central Catholic, they were down at the Final Four. Right after I graduated high school. Graduated from DeSales University, and they got to talking. And Dennis was taking over at Central Catholic, and he said, I followed you. I really liked the way he carried himself on the court. Do you think he'll be interested in coaching? So Coach Koval gave Coach Census my number. We went out to eat, and he asked me, if I wanted to join his staff at Central. So that was my introduction to coaching. So I'm forever grateful for, Coach Koval for bringing that opportunity to me. But to come back home and help these kids that I knew, I used to come in open gyms and play pickup with those guys, and I, of course, wanted them to succeed and win. So to come back, and coach meant everything to me. I seen, as a player, what the coaches do, but you don't really see it. You don't see the countless hours of driving on the road to recruit guys, watching film, discussing practice plans and all that other stuff. So when I joined his staff, I saw the work that he put in behind the scenes, and that just, my level of appreciation grew even larger for him, So 5 years I was on staff with him. I learned a lot from him alongside of him, and, a lot of his principles, I'm going to bring to me at Allen, when I become the head coach there. So.
Yeah. One more thing. I think you've done like a tremendous job bringing in talent each year to DeSales, and especially a lot of like Lehigh Valley products. I think you've been, like you said, you learned a lot in pursuing players and like going on the road and recruiting people. Yeah. Obviously you're a great player, you're a legend. Like I'll always say that, but. Do you think that like just the recruiting aspect and becoming a coach, do you think that changed your outlook on basketball, like made you appreciate it more?
Absolutely. Everybody wants to glitz and glamour, so at Division III as a coach, the recruiting, you have to do a lot to get a kid to come to a school, private education that, might cost more than a state school. So, to me, I was successful because we played with a lot of Lehigh Valley kids when I was here at DeSales. Eddie Olson, Brian Hunter, Rob Schubach, like all these guys were from the Lehigh Valley. So we struck out for a few years of recruiting kids from the area. So when I got, put on staff, my main focus was to try to tap back into the Lehigh Valley Conference and bring, guys back to DeSales. And, I've been fortunate enough to do that, with the Ben Pratts, Matt Calgary's, Dat Lambert, Kwaku as backup kid, even though he lives in Jersey, he was the backup. So I was just, that was something that I wanted to do. And, I feel like I gave guys an opportunity to do that, and they trusted and believed in me, and we've been successful because of the Lehigh Valley Pipeline.
Growing up in the Valley, man, just being around basketball as much as I am, obviously my dad,
Yeah, shout out to Marlon.
Yeah.
Shout out to Marlon.
We all see you guys play at like the Heritage and all these summer tournaments, you and all the guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where I really like, found out about you. You know what I'm saying? Just I think you a bad man, bro. Like, no cap. I always tell people that. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing you kill all these summer league tournaments, and you know what I'm saying. Even with all the guys playing with you, I thought you always stood out.
Thank you.
But not to put you on the spot or anything, but what you think like your all-time like Lehigh Valley team would be like? You know what I'm saying? Just like all the great players that come here, that come through here, you play with all the time in the summer. Like what you think like your all-time team would be?
It's put me on the spot.
Oof.
It's tough. As a young kid, you don't really appreciate those who came well before you. You know what I mean? Guys that you can't see, that you never saw play. So if I had to take a jab at it, my five will probably be, I'll go Terrence.
For sure. Team.
I'll go Money, Dan Hilliard. I'll go Ray Barbosa. I'll go Muhammad.
It can be more than five.
And Jalen. I'll go with those five.
Ooh.
I'll go with those five.
You come off the bench?
Nah, I'll be supporting from the sidelines. I let those guys rock. But I think that group is versatile. They guard 1 through 5. Can do a lot of different things with the ball. Got some shooters, got some dynamic players. So I think those 5 guys probably would be my 5 to choose, and that's my apology to the older guys watching, but I haven't really got the chance to see you play. These are guys that I've been in the trenches with, that I've seen play, coached, so I think that would be my 5 if I had to choose.
Mm-hmm. You enjoy obviously like the Valley League started last year. It had a great showing, had a great, just got a lot of love. Like, you enjoy like playing in those like events like in the summer, what I'm saying, just getting back to the game. You coach year round. Like, how's that feeling?
It's great, man. I do it, because the ball's gonna stop bouncing for me at one point. You know what I mean? So all the older guys that I talk to, they say play until you can't anymore, because I miss it. So to me, one, it's just a way to be around, give, like you said, you see me play, that's kind of where you really got to see my talents and all that stuff. So one, I do it to be around the young guys, to try to build some kind of relationship, a mentor, anything along those lines. So that's the main reason I do it. But then I still enjoy the play. I still love the hoop. And, the Valley League, I'm trying to put that on the map. So I was going to help my guys, who organized and ran that. And, the Heritage is something that's been in, a staple in the community for a while. So those are things that I'm able to do it. I'm healthy, and I look forward to that every year. I don't have any eligibility left, so as an old head, this is all I can look forward to. So I do it, and I'm still a little bit, got a little left in the tank, so it's been fun.
Yeah, nah, I always appreciate the old heads, just getting out and watch you guys play it. It's a great thing to see, and it's great for the community too. So I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing you plays that you drop, bro. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Y'all keep doing your thing, man. MadBBall TV. Make sure you subscribe. These guys are doing a great job. Young guys in the community trying to bring good attention to us. So
this is the ending of another great episode of MadBBall TV, man. I'm grateful to have you in the building today, man. Appreciate it. Much love to you, and congrats to you for the job. It's a great accomplishment, like I said, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do with it.
No, thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it, and make sure we check this out, and let's make sure we follow Julian, Will, and Kenneth, on their endeavor. So appreciate you having me. All right, it's always love. City of Allentown, big things in the future coming really soon.
For sure. Shout out Allentown, MadBBall TV, exclusives only. We out.
Axel. Trap House Mob.
This is a mellow beat.